Hello Mom and Dad Meet World. So the name of the video is Power Meets Portability, and it's still true because it absolutely is. So we are talking about the M3 Max MacBook Pro, which I have right here. So I've actually been using an M3 Max powered MacBook since the day they had come out. They were announced around Halloween of 2023 in a Scary Fast Apple event, and we pre-ordered actually, and we've actually picked it up at the Apple Store when they had become available. We had originally picked up the 16-inch Max, the 16-inch M3 Max model, unbinned version, stock from Apple, and we had used it for a while and then actually decided to return it, and we ended up getting this model right here. This is the 14-inch stock binned M3 Max model from Apple, and again we picked this up directly from the Apple Store after we had taken the other one back. Just to remind you what the 14-inch stock model is, it comes with the 14-core CPU, 30-core GPU, and 36 gigs of RAM, and with 1 terabyte on storage for the SSD. This computer gets used. It's absolutely gotten used almost each and every single day. With what I do for work, Microsoft Office, it gets used quite a bit. We're talking Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams. And then I also use this for editing pictures and video. I do use Pixelmator Pro and Final Cut Pro, both of them, for my daily workflow. And I can tell you it's just been absolutely phenomenal. I haven't had any beach balls or anything worth noting. The only thing that I have had crash on me is a remote desktop, which is a Windows remote desktop that I have to use for work. That is the only one that has crashed on me, but again, that is for work. As far as everything else goes, everything's just been absolutely great. Fans do not come on one bit. I know they're on and they're running all the time, but I can't hear them except for Sony's Catalyst Browse. When I do use Sony Catalyst Browse, I do audibly hear them. The fans do whir up quite a bit, but because the computer is so fast and I don't have clips that are super long to stabilize, it just gets them done, and then we just move on to the next project. I import those clips into Final Cut Pro. Again, with Final Cut Pro, I don't hear the fans whatsoever, even though I know they're audibly going and they're running in the background. So with everything I've been doing, the battery life lasts a good 2 days with just the office work. 2 days confidently without issue. But if I'm doing a little bit of office work and then I'm mixing in a little bit of video editing and photo editing, I do get about 10 plus hours, 10 plus meaning 10 to 12 hours of actual real world use before I need to plug it into a charge. And this is it's just been absolutely fantastic with that, because we're talking using Final Cut Pro for hours, still editing, and then using it for work stuff, and 10 to 12 hours is just great. I'll actually go into the next work day and then plug in somewhere around mid-morning. The other part that's been absolutely phenomenal have been the ports on this thing. The ports have been great. You can see the ports right here. Here are the MagSafe and the USB-C/Thunderbolt 4 ports, and then these are the SD card, HDMI, and another USB-C/Thunderbolt 4. I've actually had all the ports plugged in and used them all at once. Absolutely love using this MagSafe cable, external drives, SD cards, the microphone plugged in for voiceovers, and even these Apple headphones right here. I actually still do use these headphones. They're actually some of my favorite headphones to use. These are just the cheap AirPods that actually come with the older iPhones, which is what I actually got these from. They've just got the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Speaking of the ports, it comes with this 96 watt Apple charger and this black MagSafe cable. I actually like to use, not this actually, I just don't want to fast charge this computer. I've used the 18, 20, 30 60-watt power adapters with this MagSafe cable, and I do like having that slower charge because I just don't want to zap the battery in a sense to where I'm fast charging it. I just want to preserve the battery health and the battery life on this thing because this is my primary computer. Yes, we do have Apple Care on it, but I found that to do this method of slow charging, I found it works very, very well. So after about 3 months of use, I can absolutely say it's just been phenomenal and a joy to use. And because of the size and the portability, I can just take this with me pretty much anywhere and everywhere. I've actually used this more than the 16-inch. We actually had a M1 Max 16-inch when it had come out. And I don't know, it could be because we are farther from the COVID-19 pandemic to where we are traveling more and getting out more, as a lot of people are. That's probably part of it too, but because of the size and the weight and how portable it is, I can literally take it with me to cafes, to hotels, on airplanes. I actually do editing on an airplane, and because of the size, again, it just works so well. So one more thing that I forgot to mention because of the portability of this is I've been actually using this with the 15 Pro Max, tethering via Wi-Fi hotspot to this, and it's just worked out great. It's made the portability just much better, especially when you go into a cafe and the Wi-Fi isn't great, or it's just too bogged down, or you just want something a little bit more secure depending on what you're doing. Hooking up to the 15 Pro Max has been phenomenal, but we'll talk about that when we talk about the iPhone 15 Pro Max in a future video and how great the Wi-Fi tethering has been on that. Overall, this has been 3 months with our 14-inch M3 Max MacBook Pro. Hopefully you enjoyed this little update video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps out our channel. So until next time, bye for now.